Personal life is called personal for a reason. There are 9 most important things you should not share with others, which are the secret things about you. There are certain matters and areas in your life you ought to keep to yourself, because, unfortunately, not everyone has good intentions. They can use private information to harm you or an attempt to break your dreams if they're your competitors. Always attempt to maintain your life secrets in order that nobody can get the prospect to harm, blame, or judge you. It's useful to possess a basic list of certain personal information you ought to never share with others. If you don't skills to form your own list, we're here to assist. In this video we share 9 things you should not share with others. On the first number is your income. Your income details should be a secret between you and your company. The amount of savings in your bank account should only be known by the bank and not your relatives or friends because, in this fast-moving world, you can never know whether they will judge you on your income status. The world runs on money these days, and we cannot deny this. There are many problems that are caused by disclosing your income. First, people who know your income start to associate you with your earnings, as if you are the money you earn. Second, people will begin to form money decisions for you. You will be expected to pay for things you never intended to pay for. Do you only donate that little to charity? You make that much and still drive this cheap car. You're 40 years old and still only make that little. Number 2, your future goals. One of the most important ways toward success that wise people will share with you is not sharing your future goals. While you are still working to achieve your goals in the near or far future, you need to know that the confidentiality of them is very important. I'm not being superstitious, and I am not implying that disclosing your goals will bring you bad luck. There's actual science behind this. This is also an important thing you should not share with others. Studies have proven that sharing goals with others can reduce the possibility that they will be accomplished. Telling people what you want to achieve creates a premature sense of completeness. It tricks the brain into believing you've achieved something you haven't. While you feel a sense of pride in letting people know what you intend to do, that pride doesn't motivate you, and it will make it less likely for you to actually do the work. Second, if you're a beginner, getting negative feedback can stop you. Sometimes we share our long-term goals with people who ought to support us, but they end up discouraging us from achieving them. However, if you keep your goals to yourself, you have a much higher chance of accomplishing them. The next time you want to achieve a goal, just work hard, stay focused, and let the success speak for itself. Number 3, your good deeds. You may have heard that good deeds always attract good karma. That's true, and you should never be discouraged from doing good deeds, but if you start bragging about them, the perspective of these deeds changes completely. Good deeds should be through with intention, not for attention. So, if you can't stop sharing how generous and kind you are, you might not be that good of a person. Once you brag about something good that you've done, you're making it all about yourself, thus invalidating the great that you've already created. These kinds of things you should not share with others. If you are doing good to make yourself feel good, then there is absolutely no reason to brag about it. Many of the best philanthropists within the world remain anonymous for a really good reason. It's far better to try to good during a way that nobody knows anything about it. Number 4, your family problems. No family is ideal, and each family has problems. Most families contain numerous different people, all with different personalities. It only is sensible that fights or arguments come up every now and then. Therefore, you want to learn to measure with them and accommodate everyone no matter how difficult they are. What happens within the family could be best kept within the family, too. What goes on behind closed doors is something that concerns only you and the members of your family. Sharing your family problems with other people will usually not solve your family issues. Instead, people will have information to judge you and your family. So, before you rush and open your mouth about your family issues, make sure you stop for a second and think about the consequences of your actions. Number 5, your relationship issues. Your relationship is one of the things you should not share with others. Marriage and conflicts go together. Whatever you are going through on your connection, let it stay between the both of you. Your connection issues and your individual issues aren't something you need to share with the entire world. You must always attempt to sort out these problems between you and your spouse. You shouldn't share what you're going through with your family and friends since they probably are on your own side. They care for you more than anything else, and they simply want the best for you. The moment you start telling them about your connection troubles, you might create enemies to your spouse, and they can have severe troubles together. You might not want that. Probably not. Worse, if your spouse learns that you have talked about them to other people, you are going to need to manage even more despair. Number 6, the material possessions. The fact is that we all wish to be surrounded by material possessions we like. But sometimes we get a definite satisfaction by allowing everybody knows about our new home, car, clothing, telephone, and anything else money can purchase. You need to spread it during your own conversations. It's great once you've established financial freedom for yourself, however, keep humble. People today appreciate humble men and women. Number 7, your regrets. We all have our negative stories about folks we really dislike. When it's an old buddy, a schoolmate, or even an ex-boyfriend, most of us maintain a grudge against specific individuals in our own lives. However much we despise someone, it is never a great idea to share this despises with each person we meet. You should give up those feelings and talk about them as small as possible in the general public, as negativity could be overpowering. So, the burst of regrets from the past should remain there and you ought to concentrate on the current. You'll realize that an increasing number of people wish to speak with you. Number 8, your weaknesses. Do not discuss your flaws with anybody. You will never know who will use it from you. Not everybody out there wants you good fortune. You shouldn't discuss your flaws even together with your intimate friends since, in due time, folks are always able to change. Friends and family may not remain near you. They could use your weaknesses against you personally and can harm you. Number 9, your spiritual beliefs. You shouldn't talk about your political beliefs with anybody. Should you disagree with a person's view, it can make an issue and they may wind up having powerful perceptions of yourself. Frequently, people go so far as attempting to impose their own faith on others. Do not be that sort of person since you could become one of these intolerant men and women who only see the world from their own perspective. Folks do not like this kind of close-minded men and women, and barely anyone becomes buddies with them, even listens to them. You do not owe anybody anything particularly about your own personal life, so sharing each bit of you and your life using just anyone is a ridiculous act. It's normal to make errors, and in the event you've revealed any of those subjects we've discussed in this movie, we expect that today you won't repeat them. Personal life should stay personal, and trust me, your own life will get easier and much better. If you have any question about things you should not share with others, then comment below.